I'm the picture of health.
I could never say something so definite like that.
I don't get sick.
That could be wrong.
I don't get hurt.
You got COVID.
So?
You almost lit your house on fire.
Well, I set myself on fire, not my house. And that was because I had COVID and couldn't smell.
No.
Your ass falls downstairs and breaks your rib, okay?
Only
Don't talk to
once.
me.
In this house, have
Yet I
I fallen?
haven't.
I'm a new person now.
Welcome back to Big City Backwoods. You know
Season
us.
2,
Season 2.
number 13.
We out here. We're out here on a steady schedule.
Yeah,
again.
we made a schedule. We're sticking
We're
to
doing
it.
We're doing
So, we haven't got our timestamps out reasonably timed this week and the times before that.
It's always
Shout out to Afro for her editing, honestly. That's
straight
why.
out. Yeah, it's been a great help, especially for sisters that got full-time jobs and stuff. We made it work, but we're
Sisters.
that was just my expression I used,
Oh.
not because we're really sisters. You're
No,
just
she-
triggered because
she-
everybody thinks that
Well,
we're sisters.
and because yes, everywhere we've gone,
Everywhere
just
we've
recently,
gone, everywhere we've gone.
That was one of those ones though. I was like, "Are you sisters? You're both pretty." Like, so that was like a, "Do we really look like sisters?"
I
moment.
don't know though. We've gotten it quite often
Yeah.
lately. I don't
My
know
old
if it's
neighbor.
because my hair's gotten maybe a little bit longer.
Your hair is
and-
longer now.
It has.
But then also you pointed out that we have the same beauty mark on our back.
That was you. That kind of blew my mind for a
She
minute. I
stopped
was
me
like,
mid sentence.
well, it's just I've always had that thing,
Yeah, me
and
too.
it's gotten a little bit
pretty-
larger over time.
Yep.
I've always had moles,
She was like, "Oh, I got mine. I should get mine checked out and like cut off and checked and stuff." And I was like, honestly, I did, and it just grew back. But
That's
like,
probably exactly what's gonna happen
Yeah.
to mine. I've had moles removed before, and they haven't ever come back for me. But this one's getting
it's a big one.
gnarly. It is gnarly.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I'm sure I have.
I'm
We've
sure
seen
you
each
haven't.
other.
Yeah, you're just not
Paying
thinking of it because
attention.
it's dark too. Like it's just
Inspector
because it used to be tiny, but like over the years that I've had it for all this time,
Yeah,
like,
no, it definitely no. That's why I went and got it checked out because I was like, bro, this shit grew, and now it like
no, mine's
it
mine's
grew
definitely
back,
grown.
but like it's much smaller than it used to be. So I'm like, oh, now it's actually cute. Because for a moment it was just a fucking mole, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get
mine
this.
was cute for a minute, but I feel like I am way past that point.
Yeah, you need to
I just
go
need to
and
get it like taken
Well,
off. 'Cause it's
also,
like raised. and,
Who knows, man? You could have cancer
yeah, that's.
too.
I mean, very true.
There's
very true.
that would really suck if you did, and I just said that.
That's not gonna happen though.
Yeah, you're
I've
Sarah.
had, dude.
No way.
I
Could
am
never. You would never let that happen.
What is that? I'm the picture of health. I am the picture of health. If you were to.
You are talking crazy. I could never say something so definite like that.
I don't get
That
sick.
could be wrong.
I don't get hurt.
You got COVID.
So, I wasn't worried about it because I'm a healthy person. So,
You almost lit your house on fire.
well, I set myself on fire, not my house, and that was because I had COVID and couldn't smell. So you're grouping
was
two
saying.
situations together.
You know.
Your ass falls downstairs and breaks your rib. Okay,
Only
don't talk to
once.
me.
In this house,
Yet
have
I
I fallen?
haven't.
I'm a new person now. I accomplished the goal in my life, and you know what I would never do though is say definite things like that. I almost tweeted about how I was winning the game because I haven't had COVID yet, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna not send that because I know as soon as I fucking do, fate's gonna fucking hit me, and I'm gonna get the worst kind.
I'm a healthy gal.
Yeah, that's what you say. I bet you should check out that mall.
You're just so weird about definites. That's really all this comes down to.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't I mean, I
It's
do
scary to
believe
say it
in
like
some
that.
things. I'm one of those people that like if I say like, oh, this hasn't happened to me in a long time,
It
or
will
if I
happen.
say something along the lines of like doing something that I'm like, no, for a matter of fact is what it is. But like I'm not even gonna say it because I literally said that
You can't
exact
say it.
sentence one time about like doing something and it's been a long time. So I went vroom vroom and got a, you know, I remember I literally said that sentence years ago, and then it was like, literally that week I literally got one. I was like, that's why I'm just not gonna say it. Now that kind of stuff
so
does happen
never
to me.
been a minute. You don't ever say
Right,
it's been
or
a
it's
minute.
like, yeah, it's like,
oh, it's been a while since this has happened. Blah blah blah. No,
right.
I just don't like. I don't like it.
I have a weird thing about like if I think about it, I'm like, it can't happen now because like I've thought about it, so I'm gonna catch me off guard. You know what I mean by that?
I feel like that's manifesting it. That's what I'm saying. I feel
I
think
feel
about
like
shit I want to happen all the time, and it happens.
Yes and no, but I mean like
But that might be like a
I don't know
thing.
if it's like a weird thing that like I hate being caught off guard by something because like that's the worst to me is I'm like I just never saw that coming, and then I'm just like thinking about it all the time. But I like feel like in that situation, like if I'm in a situation, I'm like, well, I already thought about it, so like even worst case scenario, at least I saw it coming. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but
I guess.
But I'm like I've thought about it, so it's not gonna completely wreck my life.
Similar ways, I enjoy being prepared. When I was a kid,
oh dude,
I was fucking sick all the time.
That's why I hate surprises.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Okay, so I love surprises, but only.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I tipped
Me
that.
too.
I was trying to like.
We both went out at the same time. Yeah, we have to
we're
double fist every time we want to touch. I really just be clutching this table. Shit. Oh, it's being prepared. I tend to like to be prepared in most scenarios, but when I was a kid, I was hella sick all the time, and like if I needed a shot,
that's where that root's from. That's where that deep rooted.
I want to know about what my doctor visit is going to be like. Like if I'm
I just didn't have. I've hardly had to go to the doctor. It's been like numerous. Like I got the flu, and they're like, "Oh, you got a high temperature. You need to go get some antibiotics or something like that." Like it's never been like, you know, you got that past. You got that past trauma that makes you scared about your health, man.
Well, I do just not trust my insides. That's true. I just don't trust them. I'm like, you're probably.
The worst part would be like something like sneaking up on me and I just didn't know it.
Yeah,
but I feel
that's what I'm saying.
That's scary as shit. No, it is. But
I do love surprises, but only when they happen in that moment, like, and it's a good surprise. I don't even like good surprises waiting for them. I hate waiting for even good surprises.
No, that's the worst part. That's like the worst.
But I really needed my mom to like prepare me for a shot. Like before I went anywhere, she'd be like, okay, we're going to go in there. They're going to give you a shot in your butt cheeks, or you're going to take this x-ray and have to, you know, like she told me everything that would happen beforehand. And that's exactly how I wanted it to happen. I love being prepared for things.
Yeah, no. Or like, just tell me how it's going to feel, or, you know, I'm kind of the same way. I used to needles never freaked me out too much, although over time they have started. I can't watch it. I just can't watch it. I just literally no. You're a psycho for that. I couldn't. No,
I was weird about it too. I freaked out the doctors back in the day. I would just be like, and I would be like fucking 8, and just like, because they would always start with my hands because those veins look hella crazy and easy, but like they're just rubbery as fuck. So usually it was just like a and every time I would just be like. Staring at them.
I literally can't.
And then there's this like, you're fucking 8. Like, chill and stop looking. Like, thinking back, super fucking creepy. But I was just like, in my head, I was like, okay, let's prepare for this. We're watching it happen. It's not anything bigger than it actually is. Same with tattoos. Every time I get a tattoo, I'm watching the needle go in. And really?
What the hell?
I cannot. No. I had cramps because of the times I was like looking at my back leg tattoo.
I don't even want to see it.
And being like, I have to see it happen. And they're like, why? I'm like, so I know that it's not like a bigger deal than it is. Because getting a tattoo feels like they're just.
Well, yeah, it does. But like,
if
you just
see,
tone
it's just
it out.
One little thing.
No, that makes it worse. It's like sensory. No. Like I see that needle going in my skin, and I'm like, because if I look
like,
away
look at that tiny
from
little
it,
bimpy thing. What am I?
No, if I look away from it, I'm like, okay, it's like a rug burn, or like something not too bad.
If I look away, I feel like I'm on fire. I hate
No, I'll literally put my headphones in and then just speak away from them. Like I kind of am just like, but like there'll be some times where I look at it and I'll like accidentally catch myself and I'm like, why did I see that? I didn't want to see it.
Especially IVs. Those are super satisfying to watch.
No, thank you. We are very opposite in that way. That is the one like true opposite. We do have a few, but that's the one thing that we haven't been.
My dad hates needles. My dad also hates flying.
Yeah, I don't. That's not for me. You know, and the older I've gotten, I realize it's even more not for me. But like, I can still do heights. If it wasn't for my motion sickness,
about heights.
If it wasn't for my motion sickness, I would go on roller coasters more. But it really comes down to like I'm just nauseous the whole time. Even like on regular roller coasters. Yeah, even that.
I do love them though.
Oh my gosh, I was a fiend for it back in the day. I was the only one.
We should go to What's Up Fun this summer.
Could we?
I honestly really hate most of those roller coasters.
Okay,
though.
so fun
I'll
fact.
ride the Bomba.
We actually have been to a festival together.
Ugh.
I shouldn't say festival in that way. I mean like just like a
carnival.
county fair.
Yeah,
a fair.
And it was a California fair. So like
it was so expensive. It was so expensive.
It doesn't even count as a fair. If there's not fucking pig races, it's not a fair.
I agree with you on that. Oh my God. If there's not a petting zoo, don't fucking talk to me.
I think they did have a petting zoo there. Maybe they did. I don't think they did. We were in Orange County.
If you don't have the world's smallest pony,
the
the largest pig there ever was, I don't want to see it.
I want to see your huge fucking squashes.
Yes. I want to gather around. Yes, absolutely. I want to see the tiniest little pony.
And get some fried stuff for $3.
Not $97. $97. And I got food poisoning that night. I got hella food poisoning from that kebab I got.
We didn't even need to go there anyway. Like, I was already sunburnt the fuck off the
we
whole
were drinking
summer
Jameson
day.
On the beach and decided
I saw a video of us just, like, walking down the street
that
in a
part of
bikini.
the day was really fun because we got hella sunburn, but, like, we were crashing all these, like, surfers, like, little coves to, like, go surf just to go smoke a wonderful thing. And so...
I was like, oh yeah, I thought you weren't talking about this anymore.
Whatever, I'm talking about it.
Oh, but I've been trying to hold back for
vacation.
her sake.
It was vacation. Who cares? What I do on vacation is my business. Leave me alone. But we were having a great time. And then we just decided, because we wanted to do all the fun things. We really were. We were just going hard. Because like you guys were honestly very new into moving to California too. Like I visited you only months after you had moved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like we were...
tight. We were also like really adventurous in our fashion that week. I remember because like every time you came into your room, I was like, "All right, hold on." Like, then
every day we were like hours. We really killed it. We even killed the makeup game. Like we really got ready every day. Like ready. Like we were about to walk out on the run, like the
big old
carpet.
Cali. And then after you left, I was like, all right, I did Cali. I'm done. I was like, I'm ready
we
to go
both
back
were
to
because
Kansas
like
City.
we spent so much money. We just forget
it was
that
so expensive. Everything you do in California costs so much money.
Everything, alcohol, tabs,
however,
food.
Not the weed, and it got delivered to my house. So that was a great time in my life.
That was a highlight.
Especially
you took me to a
during COVID.
You took me to like a hole in the wall. It almost looked like a speakeasy for all of the goods, but it was tight.
I fucking hate the ones that are like too dramatic.
Stizzies.
Yeah, those are nice back in the day. I think they have like their whole actual like shop and stuff now.
Yeah, they were tight. They gave me those. They gave me the cute little minis. Everything mini. They gave me everything mini. The
pipes,
tiny.
yeah.
Yes, dude, it was so cute.
I gave one of those to my
I have it. I still to this day just have it in my little shadow box. I don't. It's just a novelty. Yeah, it's a tiny thing. Are you kidding? It doesn't get used.
Speaking of tiny things, she doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking of our show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. I didn't know.
No, of course.
I was gonna say we are gonna start a new segment of show and tell.
What we originally wanted to start off with, but now we're just really
doing it because we realized how it's actually one of the only things we're very passionate about is collectibles and collecting our passions, which are our various fandoms.
And I feel like we've made it a point to talk about the things that we like to collect, especially since Christmas.
That's all I fucking do, I swear.
Yeah, man, it's so fun. We
love shopping for toys.
It is so fun. It is the most fun. And like not even like, yeah, all of it. All of it's so great. I just miss it. I think that's just something that I did as a kid, like with my mother every Sunday. Every Sunday we'd get out of church. We'd go shopping. We'd go shopping. We'd go in.
You are just like, I just know who you've been. I see your whole life. Like you are, I see. I know that's like super big, but I mean like just you were a lot of my girlfriends that like had like real like girl shit. Like
yeah.
Like also, I mean like I don't think I
Grady
cared
hated
about
it. My brother
shopping.
hated it. He would
I used to love to do other things with my mom, like very different, but like shopping, like my friend Cheney used to go shopping with their mom.
Loved shopping.
And they would just like buy a bunch of stuff, whether or not they needed it or like wanted it. They would come home, figure out if they liked it, and then they would like go back shopping again and return things. Like it was like a whole thing. I was like, oh, that sounds like so much work.
First off, I will buy it then and there. And if I don't buy it then and there, I'm either not buying it and I'm not returning it. It is a sold purchase. That shit pisses me off. No. And if it's something, I am to the point
if
where
you've
like
never worn it and you just hate it when you get home,
I almost know how everything's gonna fit me. Now, if there's something even like questionable and I don't feel like trying it on, I'm just not gonna buy it. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get me to go back to that store in a decent amount of time to return something. It's not worth it to me.
I've been pretty good about returning. Since I moved in this house, I was saying, new woman. I've been doing everything.
Learning all the
underappreciated in my life actually lately because of how much
handy woman.
I've just been really doing it.
That's how my God!
Don't even talk to me about handy woman. This big girl right here fixed her shower all by herself, just a screwdriver. I soaked myself a couple times, but I fucking. I really did that. Hero of the day. Felt really good about it.
That saved you some money right there.
Yeah, I could have called a fucking plumber and I didn't. Always YouTube it.
YouTube. Truly YouTube. That is literally anything I ever learned about makeup. YouTube.
Yeah.
Back in the day, before anybody ever knew what makeup was like really, really about, before it ever blew up. If anybody ever knows the OG Michelle Phan YouTube videos, she taught you everything.
Is she an ice skater?
No.
Am I?
No, she's she was like one of the first to be like a.
I do know that name.
You know that name because she was like the first of her kind on YouTube to really bring makeup to the game and like make it a thing to watch. Yeah. Because like she used to be so elaborate. She would just, this is how she'd do it. Swipe, and it was perfect. No, it would be like with a brush. Like she would just, she didn't even have to try, and she always had this very like.
Well, I'm saying I've been thinking about that lately because it feels like the internet has evolved so crazy, especially since 2020. Like when everybody started getting on it, we were talking about that in the last episode about 100%. Like old people getting on it and everything. But like now everyone's on it, and like this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I don't mean the bare minimum, but like looking back, it feels like the bare minimum. But I was just learning social media at 2015 as a content creator. Starting a stream and starting an Instagram and everything, like you don't know anything and you're starting off, like you grow with your community, but like now there's barely any time to grow with your community. Like there's already so much good shit out there that like you can't do the bare minimum and expect any sort of like attention.
No,
like,
not at all.
Nowadays it's
you have to try at it.
The sea is 50 times as big as it used to be.
100%. It's crazy.
I feel like an old ass lady on the internet now because like I just feel like such an OG, even though like the internet was way older than me. But like when I started actually putting myself out there, like how much has changed since.
Well, it's just crazy. It's different.
Crazy. That is a long fucking time ago.
Well, and something different that we just didn't know. It felt like, even watching like YouTubers back in the day, it just felt like such a thing but beyond it all. Like they just like got it and you just watched it, and now it's just like people just content create. They just do it. They just learn it.
The shit you actually see at the top is like way beyond anything.
No, it's wicked cool. It's crazy what people can do.
Started it.
And the craziest part is like what like TikTok really brought into the game is like the fact that what you can do in a very small allotted amount of time.
Well, Vine.
Also that. I was going down a Vine hole the other day. It was so funny. So funny. It was funny too because I remember like watching these like Vines I watched back in the day and I was like, that's absolutely my vocabulary. I repeat that all the time. I forget that that's like actually where it came from. Thing. Yeah, straight up.
Man, whew. Talking about a throwback, this is gonna like hit some of y'all because you don't think about these things on the daily, like some things you used to do back in the day before the internet. Fucking recording music on a tape, like in a stereo. You would put the radio on, and then whenever it played a song, you would quickly record. Like, I don't know if you're younger than me. Oh my God, probably didn't do that. Because it was like it was like my brothers were doing it. And so I learned to do it. You had to, do you know about it?
I made mixtapes on CDs, but that was it. I didn't do like tapes.
Okay. So there was a time.
Tapes were beyond my time, just slightly, just by the hair.
Let me tell you about this. So you had a stereo in your house, like a boom box kind of.
My parents did it.
Right. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
So like, you would have like the radio would play and you would put a tape in there, an empty tape or honestly any tape. Cause actually I know you can do that with VHSs, but I don't know if you can over tape a tape on music, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
It's empty.
Cause it's used.
But you can with a VHS. You can tape over something, but I don't know. Anyway, so doesn't matter.
I've never tried that.
Pretend it's empty, and you put it in there, and you like click the record button when it's playing. But like I'm also, because like I said, this is also like I was under 10 probably. Like there was like I'm pretty sure you weren't allowed to like say anything because it would pick up your voice. Also, like it recorded everything.
Right.
Like you were playing it out the speakers to go into the thing. So obviously it was like a horrible quality. It's a tape. Anyway, but like that was something like we actually did, and people would call in to the radio to request songs and then wait their turn for hours to hit record.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Before like.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that was a little bit before my time. That is. Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember doing it to fucking Hanson's Mbop.
Mbop.
Mbop. Mbop. In Florida. I was like 7.
No, I remember the like mixtape era, which was like considerably easier than like what you just described.
Yeah, because you had a computer.
And exactly. And you could easily, you're not having to like wait there and like not talk. Like
everybody was on
prehistoric times. I was just going over the generations of the iPod, like what came out, what it was.
iPods were tight. Just having like your phone in one pocket and your iPod in the other pocket was such a thing. Those little
Absolutely it was. Nobody was cool enough to have internet on their phone or any type of music. That cost $1 million back in the day. There was never any plans. The internet just was not
There wasn't a plan. It was like you get on the internet, you pay for the time that you're on the internet.
No, straight up.
Oh, and you download something? God forbid. I never did.
I didn't either. I was scared of my parents. My sister wasn't. I remember one time they bitched so hard about her like racking up a $600 bill or something one month. I was like,
no way.
No, I saw that hung out.
And I never got
I didn't either.
Not break rules like that. Ugh.
I mean, I broke rules and I still was just like, no, my mom's gonna have my head on a platter. I wouldn't do it.
Not with their money. I wouldn't fuck with their money.
No. I'm just asking to just sleep in the backyard at that point, but. Yeah, that's crazy. What a crazy time that was.
I still have my original phone.
Yeah, I had my chunky BlackBerry.
Cute.
Chunky. It was thick, boy.
Yeah, but
thick
you were
boy.
tight for that.
I was. It had the full keyboard too. So like I was like the first, I was late to the cell phone game. Like all my friends had cell phones before me, but like when I got a cell phone, my mom let me have all the texting. She was like, "You're old enough now. Like you get it all. You get a BlackBerry." And then she had personally made this like.
My mom had a BlackBerry. My stepmom was. She was killing it. In her job,
they were
working her job.
Too cool. You were so techie. You were that businesswoman. I wasn't a businesswoman. I was just a middle schooler at the time. But
watching the old challenge seasons when they were like, "You can win a sidekick too." I was like,
not the sidekicks, not the blackjacks.
I super flexed in middle school because my parents were like in this divorce feud, which I mean they'd been divorced for a minute, but like they were always fighting about something. Threw me in different states. And I got one cell phone from my dad. No, it was from my dad. It was his hand-me-down, like Motorola. And then my mom got me a cell phone because she was like, okay, well, we'll get you one so that we can control like who you talk to on this one kind of thing. Because they assumed that like he wouldn't let, I don't know. It was like a whole, I didn't know anything about it. They were fighting through me, but I got another cell phone. So I didn't fucking care. So I had a pink Razor and this Motorola, but then my dad, I was like, look at this pink Razor. So my dad was like, oh yeah. So then he got me his gold Razor. So I was walking around with a pink and a gold Razor that were both fully functional phones with 2 phone numbers. And I had 2 separate phone numbers for like 6 years.
That's kind of tight though.
Yeah. And it was rocking. And I finally like was like, okay, I'm leaving both of y'all playing and getting my own playing in high school. Cause I was like, this is weird, but like, it was pretty tight. I was rocking.
You were actually the original person with 2 phones off of Kevin Gates' 2 phones.
Yes.
You were that.
Yes, I was in middle school, selling beef jerky in high school.
Oh my God! Stop! Not the hustle on the side. Thank you for calling Butteridge's beef jerky. And then this was your personal.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my business phone. If you need to talk to me about this, you can call my personal.
If
phone.
you don't have my personal, then we're not close enough. Bye. You were that person. That's crazy.
No way. I honestly don't know what I even did with so many. It was.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think
it's crazy how many devices that we used to have like back in the day, right? For their specific whatever they were. I remember having like, yeah, exactly.
Here's a voice recorder. Here's a video camera. Here's a digital camera.
Here's a Kindle if you want to read on the go. I had a Kindle.
You're just the later generation.
That was even still a thing though. Like you can read books now on your phone. You don't have to have multiple devices. Even having a tablet nowadays, I'm just kind of like, what's the point?
I do kind of want a fat tablet. I don't know why. I have a
tablets don't
tablet.
really.
It's nice.
I like a laptop. A laptop sounds that is ideal for me, but a tablet I've never been.
Sweet. Because that's like a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
But it's super tacky. Anyway, let's do a show and tell.
Yeah, let's do a show and tell. Let's do it.
I'll go. Okay, so.
You brought 2, which is unfair.
I brought 2.
But.
So we didn't really fully discuss everything. And I think we were trying to surprise each other too. Well, except for you did your haul on my stream.
I didn't know we were supposed to surprise each other because like everything that I just bought, I literally just told you.
A surprise. I just have one that I haven't shown you, and that was just like a thing. Yeah. But I almost assumed you would bring everything that you brought in my stream, but then at the same time, like you did just go through that on my stream, so I get it. But moving forward, just bring your fucking haul. If you got a haul, you got a haul. If you don't,
I just
bring
need
whatever
to put it
you
all
have.
in a bag. I just had bag. I was just grabbing. I should just put it all in one bag so I can just take it in. I'll just start doing that, just packing a bag.
Because I think that it would be fun to show all the stuff we got, but also at the same time, there might not be times where we're always shopping. So in that case, we can go back to previous things that we've collected that we were excited to, and then we could just like talk about past finds that meant a lot to us. Because this is like a fucking hunt. It's a hunt.
At this point, yeah. No, I did show you that. Never mind. Bye.
I did the same thing with her about these damn Mario cups. So starting off me. Because I got 2, so I'll start off and then you go and then I go.
It's a big one.
This is Fezzik from The Princess Bride. I have collected the like Buttercup and Dreadpart Roberts figure. I didn't get Inigo Montoya because he was always there, but now I'm regretting it because he's not
anywhere.
He's not anywhere yet, but never have I ever seen a Fezzik, and nobody else has either that I've ever known. So I was pretty excited when I randomly saw this in a Walmart. Immediately grabbed him. Almost didn't believe it was from the same line of toys because he's that much fucking bigger. Like the box is huge.
Yeah,
I mean, but it makes sense. He's a fucking giant man.
Right.
But, I mean, it comes with the peanut and his rock.
McFarlane toys, they do the best.
They really do.
I collect the Witcher series of the McFarlane toys, and
he is constantly making new toys. And his damn voice, I can just hear him explaining these toys and me being like, spending money. There's already a whole new line of the Princess Bride toys coming out.
There's so many lines of The Witcher. I'm like,
yeah,
keep up.
You can't, and you shouldn't. We shouldn't.
But we should.
We shouldn't. I do need an Inigo Montoya. But then, and the next one, the next line, oh fuck, I think it has her in her wedding dress, and then his is in his like his arm is all fucked up one, which would be
cute,
be really cute.
Well, that's the best part is like, I don't know. That's what
like one of my original
that's what the
crushes.
cool thing is about the collectibles is getting the rare finds,
yeah.
and then you never know. You never know.
Sometimes it's only rare for you. Like you've just been looking
back
for it.
to this. My mini collections and all this stuff that I've been like collecting since I was a child. Let's be honest, it's really always started since then. But like, I always go back to American Girl doll where I could have had my perfect set, and like it was nothing back in the day. Everybody had an American Girl doll, but mine was in pristine condition, and I ended up passing it on to a family member, like younger cousins and stuff like that, and it just got ruined. Right,
but
you
now as
never
an adult,
know.
now you're like,
I wish I had
everything.
It's my biggest regret right now. It's my biggest regret. I'm like, I could have had that. It was mine.
And you don't even want to sell it. You just want to share it for
I just
like
want to share it. I just want to have that like piece of my like first off my childhood.
Yeah.
And then also like it end up being a big collectible. There's a reason why people love that feeling of like,
if I ever, like, I'm not having kids, but if I ever did have a kid, like,
I don't give it up
now, I would be like, I will store all your shit, and when you're an adult, you
Tell
can
me
decide
what you want,
and then we'll get rid of the rest of it. Like,
exactly, that's a perfect idea.
Who's got the space for the amount of shit we had?
That's what we were at.
Shit.
That's literally because it started off. We started hosting all of our like.
You
we
started moving
storing,
a couple times. And you're like, oh no.
And we started storing our
Beanie
little
babies.
dolls and Beanie Babies at my grandma's house, which is where it first came about. So then like all the cousins were playing with them over there already, and then at that point we were like, well, why don't we just give them to our younger cousins that are gonna do more with our? But you just don't know. You didn't know. Even to this day, collectibles were not what they. I mean, they were, but they weren't. Anyways, so collectibles.
They're constant.
There's a like that. I got that Witcher action figure, the one where he's sitting in the bathtub, and that one's like a one that I know. I wasn't able to see it. I only found it on one website, and when I found it, I was like, I have to get it, and I even got it for a discount. It was still expensive. It's still like $70 on the discount.
Sometimes like it's rare just for you. Like
and I know
white Animal Crossing beanie. Like obviously I already planned to get that, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, like should I grab 4? Because like I don't think I'll ever see him again.
You'll never know.
Maybe someone else I know wants this.
It's like the Harry Potter illustrated books right now. The only ones I can find are the only ones I still have. Are the only ones that I have, and the ones that I had were so you couldn't find them anywhere at that time, and it's like now I can't
find the rest of them. The Lego sets, man, that's why every single time I'm in a store and I'm like, oh, I see them everywhere. That's usually right after I say that is when I can never fucking find them again.
That's one of those moments.
Yeah.
That's one of those moments.
Like, oh, I don't need it now because, like, I'll get it next time. That was what happened with me with the Quidditch Lego set. Harry Potter Quidditch Lego set. Man, I have to pay $100 for this set that does not cost $100. But I have to. I need that. And then the Inigo Montoya, I don't know how I'm probably going to, I'll get the next line of Inigo Montoya. But Fezzik, I did not think I was gonna get him at all. So anyway, that's my big find. I had the what do you say whenever you like honorable mentions that almost made show and tell were that I got 3 Lego sets at Target that were unreleased at the time, so that was like a big deal for me. But it was just the Harry Potter new,
which has still been like hard to like collect and everything. But
yeah, but most of the time they're on the shelves for a minute. They're just expensive. There's not enough time of them on the shelf for you to take up that much money to pay for
moments when like you're not even trying to go buy a fandom or something like that, or a collectible or a mini.
Right.
But it happens that way. It's always when you least expect it, and you can't. Expense it. Also expense it. Just monthly, pay it out.
All right.
Here's mine. So.
You know what I was thinking? We should let me share it to the camera so then you can talk in your microphone about it.
Perfect. Okay, this one is a very specific one to me personally. It's very, very white. Yeah, it's very white. It's a ramen noodle purse. Okay, I have been looking at it. Even show at the back. It's got the little nutrient facts on the back. Yeah, I get it. But anyway, so it was this bag that, okay, I originally I went to one of our like 2 stores that we really, really like them all. We both like equally like it just as much.
That's what I'm saying.
So
You'll probably see the details better from far away anyway because the light is so bright.
Yeah. But anyways, I found it at a store one time and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting it right here, right now. But I had
the milk one.
I got the milk carton bag because I was like, I'm going to brand myself because you talk shit on me drinking milk all the time. And I was like, that obviously is the first move. Because who knows? Because I didn't see it that time and I haven't seen that milk bag since. So like, obviously that was the purchase. But so I waited on this one and was like, okay, it'll be there. And then it just wasn't for like months. And I was like, it's one of those moments. I should have got it when I did. And then like I randomly went in there the other day.
I love that store too because it's this store called Attic Salt. I've never heard of it in my life.
Even think of like box lunch. What is the name of that? What does that mean?
Box lunch, I mean, it is more popular. I think.
It is more popular.
Well, maybe
Attic Salt
Attic
is
Salt. I've just never heard of that before.
And the cool thing about Attic Salt is like they kind of have their cute little niches. So like if you're looking for more of like a lounge.
I hate that.
What?
Niche.
A niche?
I call it a niche. Niches is what I would have said. Oh my God, we sound like Dr. Seuss characters, like this sneeze.
No, it's a niche.
I just hate that.
Why do we always come across this?
I just hate it. I hate the way you say that. It's like that's the whole point of that word is because it's a fun word to say niche. Niche. That's like, like that's like saying cliché instead of cliche.
No, a click and cliche are two different words.
Right. I'm saying, but cliche with a CHE.
No, it's niche.
Fun.
It's your own niche.
Okay.
Somebody phone in. Somebody come phone in. Somebody come drop it. No, I just say that because every time you hate it. It's niche. It's niche. What? Niche?
Keep going with your story about.
We have to look this up afterwards. But anyway, so it's got weird stuff in there. It's got a bunch of like my own fandoms. Like it has a bunch of like Office stuff or Mandalorian or anything. Truly anything.
Mushrooms.
Lots of mushrooms. Lots of like
astrology for dogs.
Astrology. I was just about to say that. They even have like tarot cards. Well, no. It's probably me. It's probably me that's saying it wrong. That's just I got my
Lion King backpack. I don't know. I'm questioning every word I'm saying now.
I know. I feel like we're on the spot and I just can't really think. We always do this right in the middle of the spotlight. We're like, brain's not working. I don't know. At this moment, I just don't. But
it was fun to learn about a bad rap. So you were right on that.
We both were technically right.
Well, I mean, mine became a thing, but only because people were saying you're way wrong. So
they just never corrected the spelling about it.
I'm one of those people that's like, there's a black or white, and you were right, is what I'm saying. I would accept it because I don't
black and white. I definitely believe in gray areas.
I really never tell people that I'm fucking wrong, and you can't.
I know. I already knew.
You're
that
like,
about
it's
you.
okay. You're not even wrong. I'm like, thanks. That's why you're my best friend, because I don't have to feel bad about being wrong. She's like, you're not even wrong. Not even. We were both right.
We're not. Dude, she's not wrong.
She fucking cleaned up. I had a housewarming party. It was fun.
Yeah,
but mostly the best part of the fucking night was when Sarah came late because she had a job.
Mm-hmm.
And clean my fucking kitchen for me. Like helped me put away the leftover food, cleaned my stove.
Okay, she honestly thinks this is like a big deal. And I understand that it was a nice gesture. I see where you're coming from in that aspect. But like I literally do this as a job every day.
I know, but you just had your job all day. That's what I'm saying.
But that's just I was already wired. I was just like,
and you just like fucking did my job. It was perfect.
Let me just consolidate. Let me just put this all up.
I've never felt more supported in my whole life.
I knew, because I also know that shitty feeling of cleaning up the next morning. There's nothing worse than pouring your blood, sweat, and tears into a housewarming
that night so I could save the food.
Also, I'm pretty sure she told me it was at 9:00 p.m. is when she told me, because I was like, oh great, that's like I remember thinking in my head.
No, your man's accepted the invite on Facebook.
He said it was 9.
Well, he's wrong because it definitely said 5. And I told you you were going to have to. That's why I was like, are you taking off today? And you were like, no, I'll come after work. And I was like, all right, well, I'll save you some deviled eggs, hopefully.
And you said, well, like 9. And I was
no,
like,
I didn't.
Yes, you did. You did.
No.
These are not one of these gray areas.
Not in a text message did I ever say.
You didn't say, it was in person. It was in person. Because I was like, we were talking about it.
I didn't even see you.
No, you did.
I didn't see you before the shit was made.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't see you after the shit was made, is what I mean.
No, you did.
No.
We talked about it in person. We absolutely did.
Because I told you that it was in the daytime. That's why I was like, are you taking off work?
No.
It was our first fight.
We never discussed it after that moment. We literally never discussed it. And then you posted on Facebook, but I don't have one of those, so.
Not me.
Whatever. It's the same.
That's what I'm saying. We're depending on the problem is because we didn't control this situation.
And we also did not communicate with each other because we expected it to be done by other people. But
Speaking of, no, I gotta do my show and tell, and then we'll
I
come
was
back
about
to
to say,
this.
come back, do your show and tell again, and then we'll come back to this. Speaking of, and I know exactly where we're starting off.
Yeah,
I know. I made a mental note this time, mostly because we have brain fog every time that we try to switch a situation. Please.
Sarah was like, "You bought fucking shoes," but I did not buy any shoes. So I work at Twitch.
I still forgot that you didn't buy shoes. I was still expecting you to pull out shoes.
They are shoes, but I didn't buy them.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I work at Twitch, and Twitch celebrated 10 years of being a company last year. And luckily, they were supposed to be delivered to my fucking brother's house, but instead they were delivered to my old house, and I just randomly, luckily still needed to clean some stuff out yesterday night, and it was hidden in the column. Nobody stole it. Miracle. But since I work for Twitch, they gave every employee these custom fucking shoes. I don't even wear tennis shoes, but these are tight. They got fucking little emotes and stuff. The wrench on the back.
Oh, the iciness of these.
They're pretty fire. I was like, I put them on and I was like, they're super comfy. The inside says Twitch.
Even that little front action. Wow, look at that.
Isn't that tight? So I was pretty excited about these.
I totally forgot about these because you were fretting last time we were talking about it because you were like,
they should have been at my brother's house. Everybody was getting them on Twitter. I was like, bro, I should be getting this right now. Because even the remote workers were getting theirs.
Even the paper on
I
it
know
is
the
adorable.
the paper is a little custom too.
That's
but
so awesome.
I kept texting my brother where do you have these shoes or not? And he was like, no packages on his little doorbell cam because he was in Oklahoma. And then it was just at my old house for who knows how long.
Hey, kudos to your neighbors.
Oh, they've been.
No,
they've been
had
super tight.
No, they were
Both
tight neighbors. It's just even in
any scenario that
good for anybody to have a good heart to not steal a package off a porch that had probably been there for.
It was a minute probably.
Yeah.
But honestly, the delivery man put it really in a sneaky little place too.
Don't you love when they
do
those
things? I almost
didn't
see it myself. I was like,
it's
oh
great.
shit, okay, thanks. I'm glad you did that because I almost didn't. I probably would have lost that.
When I was in Arizona, I was picking up decorations for this bachelorette party because I was the first to get there. I flew in a day early, and so I was meeting up with this girl that also knew the bride, because her boyfriend was basically going on her fiance's bachelor party. So they were it was, anyways, long story short, I had to go pick up these decorations 45 minutes away. And she lived in this kind of cool little apartment complex, and I went to pull up. She was like, I'm not gonna be there, but I'll let you know it's gonna be outside the door. And so I pulled up to the place. I knew it. I checked it 3 times, and I was like, where are these decorations? And so I'm like, well, should I text her? Do I not? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna look behind the big old column. I was like, maybe she probably just hid it out away from people. That's probably a very smart thing. And that's absolutely what happened. It was just right behind. I just kind of, instead of being in the car and just kind of looking, because I also didn't want to be a creeper. I didn't know who was at her house. Who's this weirdo walking up? But it was solid. I was like, what a plan,
And I don't want to say this, but this is going back on what I'm talking about. What I want to talk about tonight.
Do it.
How do I say this in the way that's
not derogatory?
Yeah, not
No, here's how you started off. First off,
but like, it's because of the gender roles we were raised with.
Straight up.
Like
100%.
I don't know any dude in the South or in I'm not saying just in the South, but I mean like in this structure of a house where, you know, very Christian Southern, like
Midwestern,
I am submit to my husband, and you know,
there's,
blah blah blah
there's
blah.
roles out here. That's what we grew up knowing.
In every one of those environments is what I'm talking about. I've never seen a man look for anything. You know, though she finds everything. I find everything. I've been like raised to be a great looker, and it really just takes looking behind something.
How do you say a looker?
Looking
that means
underneath something. Yeah, like a looker. Yeah,
I know. Something totally different in like Midwest Southerns also.
I've always been a looker.
A looker, but also a looker.
You know what I mean? I'm a finder.
I'm a finder.
Keeper.
The terms are so interchangeable. It's crazy.
I know, but like I just have always seen that be a thing, and like I tend to be like, oh, somebody's looking for something. Oh, let me come and I'm great at this.
Okay, for instance,
but why am I great at this?
Deep cleaning your house is a completely different meaning.
I have never.
No, I haven't seen it. I have yet to see it.
I've never seen a deep clean from a man. Ever.
Not on my terms.
Never, ever.
Not that would pass my mother's
in this environment is what I'm talking about. Because, again, I don't want to say not everybody. You know, kind of. But
not
like,
from everybody, but in the general vicinity of what we've all grown up around. Come on. There's a reason why there's a stigma for it.
I just, like, I can't even let anyone else do the
same.
dishes now. Because, to me, my standards are so much higher. Because I had to have those standards. If you do not wash the bottom of something, you're wrong.
If you don't wash the rim of it, if you don't wash with soap and a scrub,
well,
it's not the thing.
Is that something you've had to
Some
deal
people,
with?
I have literally gone to people's houses where they use rags. First off, it's called a rag, not a towel. Don't correct me. It's a rag. You use a rag to clean. There is a difference.
Yeah,
a rag is
a cleany,
cleany thing, a little
gross,
whatever. It's supposed to clean. But yeah,
I would call that a rag.
My mother would have a conniption. She'd have a conniption knowing if I still did it.
Okay, for example, my and I'm sorry, bro, if you're randomly watching, you live in the woods. I bet you're not. But my cousins, my brother, everybody was in my house. You know, we've talked about this before. I see that the dishes are done in the morning. I'm flabbergasted. Because that's me. That I'm controlling enough that that's always me because I do it right away so that they're done right. I hate grabbing a clean dish and it be oily. Like if you don't touching the dishes while you're washing them is the like equivalent of like tasting your food while you're cooking it. Like Gordon Ramsay of the cleaning world would be like, how dare you put this in the cabinet if you didn't even touch that it was clean, you know? Because you never know what's on there.
You never know. If you feel a speck on there, it's not clean. Yeah. That's a piece of bacteria.
Yeah, or will be soon. Anyway, so I'm like, who did the dishes? I'm looking around. And I was talking to my cousin, my first cousin once removed. And I was like, oh, it must have been your mom. Because who else? Because he was like, it wasn't me, you know? And I was like, well, it must have been your mom. And he looked at him and he was like, my mom didn't do these. He's like, she would have never let this happen. And I was like, that's because she was raised in my fucking environment of like, you do these dishes and you do them right. And if you do them wrong, you do them again.
You do them right.
And like, my brother, like, I was thinking about like my little brother, his job was trash. That's a man job. Taking out the trash at night. That's a man job. He didn't have to touch the dishes ever. It was me and my sister, Ashley, that like.
The trash is the man job.
We'd take turns loading or unloading the dishwasher even
gathering the trash, but I do not venture out to put the trash outside.
I do, but
no.
Going up I didn't have to unless he wasn't there, and then I would have to. But like when they were at their mom's house, I did all of this stuff. But like point is, like, dudes did not have to do the inside chores, and now they don't know how to do them. They don't know how to do them at all.
No.
And it's bad. It's bad.
It's just like anybody that's
we gotta take out the trash. This happened. Did we film 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday? We are on it.
Yeah.
Look at our scheduling.
No, we
killed that.
We've been scheduling.
That's honestly that's a moment for me.
Because that totally happened the last time. It totally did. Weird.
Look at us.
That's crazy.
We decided to be dedicated to y'all.
We were. We've been.
Mostly to ourselves, to be honest. I'm having
the craziest.
This is the fun part.
It is the fun part. It's always on like. I like that we scheduled on a day that we both like work and then like we get more work done. But at the when I'm starting the day, I'm like, fuck, I have so much to do today. And then by midday, I'm like, I cannot wait.
It usually always just depends on like when you're available, but
it's like when we watch back on them and I'm like, I don't want to like go and do that effort, and then I like watch it. I'm like having a great ass time watching it. Yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny to like loser. What we like talked about that I like forgot or something like that. But
yeah, that was fun. Because I did timestamps this week, which I wonder for the last episode. Usually she used to do the timestamps. I would do the editing. Now Afro does the editing, and we alternate timestamps and requests of editing.
Right. Yeah.
And we get like you always have done them, so I'm interested to see how my timestamps like compare to yours.
Well, it was like this week I was like, what did we?
Did you look at the timestamps?
I looked at the timestamps, but I still didn't. If I'm not like fully watching it all the way through, I'm just kind of like, what did I say? What was that funny moment? You know what I mean? Because like once you watch it back again, you're like, that was a clip moment. You know what I mean? Like you have those times, but this time I was like,
yeah, though.
Right? Because there were times I was like, no, I totally forgot we had that moment right then and there. Besides like the bug moment, that was obvious.
Yeah, she was terrified about that one. She couldn't.
It was a phobia, man. How weird enough we were talking about phobias, and this beetle was like, hey.
Your facial expression, like watching back of you just being like, no.
I was like, I can't look at this thing. If I have to like record right now, I was like, I gotta like block this out. It's like the needle going in your skin. You can't watch that. You can't watch that.
I can't.
You can, you psycho. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, and I will say, like, it's so different between like family, from family to family, like what the roles can be and what they are. But like honestly, I grew up in that household. Like, even though my mom also had a full-time job, like that was still the expectation was you cleaned the dishes, you cleaned, you sanitized, you did the laundry of the house. You were that person. You paid attention to the small details, and it's like,
that's what I'm saying. Even just finding
to
stuff.
This day, I'm pretty sure my father doesn't know how to find the
one. He doesn't know how to pick something up or look behind something. That's like Avery playing hide. Oh, you didn't play hide and seek with us. I keep forgetting you didn't play hide and seek. I know, I brought it up last time, but like, it just was like, if he was looking, I found a real easy spot to hide because like I knew he wouldn't even try. Like, Ida was like, yeah, I gotta find a good spot because she's looking behind everything. Like, it's just something, I don't know if maybe not, but they're so young. Like maybe it is just like but
think about it also like the attention to detail anyways. And I'm not saying for all people, cause that's just that'll never work. It doesn't work for every person. Not every scenario does, but for the most part, the detail that men don't even notice. It's like, you could literally chop your hair off to this right here. And they'd be like, what's different about you? And you're like,
I don't want to say that because I do think that is.
I do think that was
generalized because I know a lot of very attentive dudes, but for some reason, just finding stuff or cleaning stuff they still can't do.
No, that's just and that's out of pure just not the sheer will of not wanting to find it. It's not because they can't, because they can't.
That man, like I'm like, did you try?
No, they could find they can piece.
But how do you say that without being a fucking asshole? Like, did you try this? I really can't.
But when they care about it, they care about it.
This and wanted to bring it up was because yesterday I was cleaning up my old house. Like, finally gave the keys in. I'm done. They can not give me my security deposit. What the fuck ever. I am done with renting. Very excited about that.
I about that today.
I saw that. I called Michael. He lived with me in the other house, and I was like, please, like, I don't even want to be thankful that you didn't, but please tell me that you didn't clean this bathroom. He was like, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was like, no, thank God, because I literally thought that you tried, and I was about to go through like a full intervention about how like I needed to teach you how to clean something. And he was laughing and I was like, man, I really believed that you did clean this. Like, and this is what it actually looked like. It's just like, because I have seen someone clean something and I look at them like, am I supposed to say thank you for the help when this is the absolute worst job I've ever seen of anything ever? It's like a kid brushing their teeth, you know, they're really bad at it.
Before there were ASMR, you know, deep cleaning the shit out of something.
I love that.
That was what
pressure
our
washers
mothers,
and stuff. Oh yeah,
that's what our mothers forced down our throats.
Mm-hmm.
There was no.
It exhilarates me for some reason.
There was no.
Also, I am kind of maybe it's us. Maybe.
No, we're also psychopaths.
No, I just was thinking like maybe it's I definitely was a house cleaner for a while.
Are we the problem?
Maybe we're just like psycho cleaners.
I just am. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit abrasive.
I'm pretty messy, but
Same.
I'm not.
But
dirty.
when it comes down to it,
you know what I mean.
And when I need to get it done,
it's going
to be done,
and it's gonna be perfect.
The exact perfect. It's going to be perfect.
As if it was
I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna quit on my way in because I'm halfway in there. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna fully commit to this.
And all of a sudden you're organizing your pantry.
I'm wiping everything down. I'm disinfecting it. I'm bubble wrapping it at this point. I am organizing it.
Whatever that washes, self-cleaning the oven and everything, all of it.
I'm scraping off. I'm taking the scraper out. I'm
getting the razor on the stovetop.
Yeah, dude. There's no other way because it's also a challenge. I'm like, you will get clean. You will do this. But no, there's a complete clear difference.
I do a lot of performative chores, like for myself. But also I know I have people that'll see it. So I'm like, did you see what I did? Mm-hmm. I've never been more performative than when I fixed that shower. Like going back to that real quick, I really put the screwdriver in my pocket and I was like, I'm going to fix this shower. Is it okay if I go in your shower and fix your shower? Like I was being highly performative about it, but
that's just the Libra in you. I'm not gonna even lie. That's 100% your characteristic.
It's so exhilarating.
Because I'm definitely that person that is like that, but I do
wish
not
I could
want
just
an
be
audience.
24/7.
I don't want an audience like that.
I
like watching myself. I like knowing I can do it myself. I love having that little niche.
No.
That I can do it, but I don't like the audience. I don't like the.
What if I came and watched you clean your house? You'd be comfortable for that?
That's comfortable. I just don't want. I don't need.
We should do like cleaning days together.
I
didn't know you loved cleaning like I do. I mean, I did, but like, I don't know. It clicked recently.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have so much fun when you get to your house. I'm so excited. I made her something. I can't tell her. She's losing her mind over it, and I love that. But I made her something. I honestly will be very surprised if I hold out until your closing day.
I was trying to give her. Trying to let her give me a hint tomorrow. I was like, come on.
She was trying to give me. I told her. I said, "Old lady swag. I made it."
I'm so excited. I
feel like it's very obvious, but
I don't. I mean, obviously, when you don't know any type of hints besides "I made it," that doesn't mean anything to me. Like,
but also old lady swag.
There's so much old lady swag out there, and I dabble in all of it. So
this is my first time doing this, and I feel like I killed it.
You bitch!
I'm so excited. That's a hint. You won't guess it though from that, but it's great. I love this. I feel like I have so much power right now.
Well, and the funny thing is like she'll have the idea about it, she'll work on it, she'll almost be completely done before she even slightly brings it up, and I'm like.
Yeah, she has to wait until her closing day.
I'm like, I didn't even know that you were planning on something like this. I've just been like,
no, I didn't mean to. I just
did it.
Yeah, it was sunny outside. I got inspired.
It's been the only thing that I've been up to lately, anyway. So it's
being
been
outside.
Oh no, house, but also being outside.
It's been really sunny for the past 3 days.
Straight up yesterday.
I've been so happy.
The sun has finally come out.
I looked at the
grim, dark days, but yeah.
It felt like such a long winter. Walk. Yeah, you did.
Yesterday. And I just sat there. I was like, I was like, I'm just out in the sun taking my dog out. Like it was more of like a walk for me more than it was my dog. But I was like, yo, it felt so good.
I really the dogs were like panting and wanting to go inside. And I was like, well, you can, but I'm staying out here still. I'm sweating. I can say that
yesterday was a random fun day. Like we just
love that. Love those days. That was me whenever I got this pheasant because I got everything at the stores. It was really fucking bitter cold. It sucked ass, but I was like, this is the best day ever.
No, it is. They always are whenever you get those like small hits of just like euphoria. They're great. I had a total day yesterday about it. Like, and it was so weird too cuz like we went to my man's like old job where like he used to serve at cuz we were like we haven't been there in a while. And we used to go there all the time cuz it's like right by our house. And they usually do industry brunch on Mondays, so I was like, let's go get some B&Gs. I was excited about some biscuits and gravy. But they didn't have it. Don't talk to me about the starches. I'll die over them. But they didn't have it. But they do have a fire menu. So we just we stayed at the bar top. We like talked to the bartender. We're bar top seaters. It's chill.
When you have two people, it's easy.
Yeah, it's a chill vibe.
It's like 3 people, it's like pushing it. 4 people, like
and I feel like
impossible.
At 2 people, like sitting at a table is too formal for us. Yeah, we're always just like,
yeah, man. You know? There's a Taco Bell cantina downtown. I didn't even know. So I want to go.
You brought that up, but somebody else like recently brought that up to me at my job. I couldn't remember that they were all having a discussion about it. And I was
not
like,
anybody you would go with.
No, but I was like, oh my gosh, because I remember hearing about it years ago that they were actually going to make. I did too, and I was like, I hadn't heard anything.
I drove through today. I want to go. I just want to go. But like, I don't even really eat Taco Bell. I moved to California, had Del Taco, and I just haven't been the same ever since. But
it's a good ass place, to be honest. But
Del Taco? Did we take you there?
Yeah. Right as soon as we got off the airport, we were famished. And we were like, please take us somewhere. And you were like, Del Taco. You were like, Del Taco. We Del Taco. Smashed some Del Taco.
There's like 5. I could probably name like I didn't love living in California, but I have a handful of things that like I absolutely loved about California. And it's sad, but it's worth, there's other things that are bigger. I already know what
one of them may be.
What?
Well, actually was, but not now because you have a house. But I was thinking of like not the Del Taco, but your backyard. I knew that you guys thrived. Also just having the weather and having the weather to be able to.
That's what it was. Every day going out in like my thong and fucking I was barely clothed until I found out that the neighbors could see me through this like one section of their like trees. But I think we talked about that. But regardless, I definitely spent the summer and the winter. It was the fucking same temperature throughout the daytime. It didn't fucking matter. And I got a little pool.
You still had that like
the doggy pool, and I just
all
was just out there all day. And Reggie loved it. And at the night, those lights came on bright, Friday night lights when she was catching that Frisbee. It was filthy. I do love that backyard. The weather was definitely one of the 5.
The weather is a big thing. Like, think about it. I remember us in these 2 days of sunlight have been like,
I feel so much better.
I walked out of work today, and I closed my eyes walking out to my car because I was just like, I can feel seeing the sun, and actually feeling the sun.
I was sweating. I went out with the dogs, like sat because they were tripping.
Today, I was like,
it was 70 degrees today.
It was not hot, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I went out there because the dogs are asking to go outside. I opened the door and they just like laid on the deck, and I was like, oh my god, cute. So I was like, okay, let me grab my.
It's just like a real thing.
Monty has had the best day today, and I really think it's just because of the sun. I grabbed my laptop, went outside with them. We all laid out on the porch. We all walked around. I just made hot soup, unfortunately, so I was like double hot. I was sweating.
For this housewarming party, she got this grill. They actually smoked and everything, and it was like this tight ass thing. But I remember you sent me the picture of like you just like being in the sun with this grill behind you was so summer vibes. Yeah. And I just remember feeling I was like, I can't wait. We're just almost there.
I know, but I checked all the AccuWeather for the whole month and no more snow. But there's going to be a random one in April.
I'm sure there is. And not only that, but it's still
the weather was like 60 degrees for the next of the month. I swear. The whole rest of the month was like 60 degrees or 50 at least.
As long as I can even feel the warmth of the sun, because we go.
As long as I can see it, and it's just.
You couldn't have said it better yourself. And what I've never really realized is like, even though we're in the Midwest, like Kansas City is such a winter city. It's such a winter city. It's like
lit.
It's
for
a
winter
thing that
city.
I remember,
like it doesn't shut down. It thrives in the winter.
It does thrive. It thrives, and that's why I remember like some of my fondest moments of like being out and about is always in the cold weather, because like you find a way to like fuck around and like
find
just, like,
something to make you happy.
You have to.
You have to. But as soon as that sun hits, you're like, oh my god, what
you
the fuck
also
was I
forget
ever
how
worried
awesome
about?
Kansas City for the 3 months that you get. Maybe
but
4.
What I will say that's awful about LA weather though is that it's hot as fuck in the daytime, but it gets cold as shit at night. And I like that when it's hot here, it's hot.
Or
like,
it's cold, it's
I just went outside without a jacket
normal,
on, and
it's
normal.
normal.
Like, oh, it's really nice out here.
It's still chilly, just tiny bit, only just like a little bit because the sun went down, but it's not a drastic change because it's just like we also have that humidity that stays, you know, that's just like lingers.
We also don't have like cool mountains and deserts and beaches
we have
like
flat
California
land.
has, so
we have flat.
That makes sense. Most things on the water are fucking cold for no reason.
Yeah, being like close to the coast. Because I didn't even realize.
So
yeah,
I used sometimes even still like I've been so trained from Seattle that even still like right now when I'm like, oh, I'm going to the city, I should put on something a little heavier. Because like in Seattle, when I lived in South Seattle, when I went from South Seattle just 15 minutes towards the city that's surrounded by water, it's fucking so much colder. And then you have the buildings that are like bringing in the wind and stuff. Not like San Francisco, but it's still like going to the city, you had to dress warmer. And so now even still I'm like, oh, I'm going to the city, I have to put on a coat. I'm like, no, fucking don't. There's not like, it's not any different. There's no water or anything near the water.
But that really is such a thing about the coast. I didn't even realize that because I remember years ago going to beaches, like even like on family vacations, and it's like you go out at like 12 and it's like the layer hasn't burned off yet. You're still in cloud weather, you know, you're still in that overcast almost where it's like chilly
a little bit.
And then it's almost like
it hits
like
you hard.
It's hard. It's right at like 2-3 o'clock where it's kind of later in the day even for it, but it's the UVs are piercing you, and it's hot all of a sudden, and then it's just not hot again, and then it's goes away. It's crazy. But yeah, we haven't been up to.
I was gonna say I think we hit all the things we cared about.
Yeah, straight up.
It was about an hour. We got a good hour in there.
We did. No, we totally did.
We did. Moving
the
forward,
only other thing that we did
moving forward things. What's today's date?
We had birthday time too.
Oh yeah, your man's had a birthday. We went to an arcade.
We went to an arcade bar
a little bit, but we made sure to hand sanitize a lot.
We went out to dinner even before that to eat some Thai food at a delicious Thai food place. Your soup was so good.
It was so good.
I had little noodle dish. Oh my gosh, the crab rangoons were hitting. We got calamari.
Something about crab rangoons.
And we were, I don't know what it was. I think it was because maybe the 2 bottles of sake we ordered. But
lots of sake. Sake.
It's sake. It sounds weird me pronouncing it that way coming from the Midwest. Sake to me. But we did. We had some sake, and it was we were vibing. We were all like complimenting each other, and like it was total birthday vibes. It was so fun, and then all of a sudden it wasn't chill, but
just for a moment.
But it was still a fun time. We went back to your place.
It wasn't our fault.
What did we do even before that? Oh, we just came to your house and just
during my stream.
Out. What do we? Oh my gosh, we went to. That was the day.
And you came and you brought your
haul. I had a Thai day. That was fun.
No, that wasn't that day you brought the haul. You brought your man's, and then
we went to Micro Center. We went hella nerdy. Like got some computer parts. We went to like a brunch / like breakfast because we went early in the morning.
All without your makeup because your makeup was at my house.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, we just had a chill ass moment where we just had some breakfast, just like some old ass people. We like went and did our errands in the morning, had some eggs Benedict in the middle of the day.
That's crazy to do brunch and then errands and then brunch.
Well, we were kind of like, I don't know why we did it. We just weren't hungry when we first got up, so we were like, well, screw it, let's just do that because it was just only gonna take us 2 minutes to even get in and out. We already knew what we wanted, but. Yeah, that was pretty much the only other thing that kind of happened outside of like us just.
But moving forward, today's the 1st. So by the time we launch, how many? If we're not launching because we just
I'll
finished
have a
yesterday.
house.
That's what I'm saying. You're about
I'm
to be
gonna
in
have
your
a
fucking
house.
So no more stress on Sarah's end, and she'll start having fun again.
And I'm gonna have a housewarming. I'm gonna do all the things that Bud's
Give it
been able
time.
to do.
Don't rush your housewarming because it's nice to be able to show
I'm not
people your
going
stuff.
to. I'm not going to. But like, I will be.
But like, can
This
we also
time
say
next
the thing
week,
that you
I'll be like a day away from
low-key
signing.
announced to everybody? Oh my god, we should save that for next time.
What? We'll talk about it.
No, about how, like, just to give a little lead on about how your whole engagement has actually gone. You know what I mean? Let's tell, like,
we
the real
absolutely
story.
would. No, we absolutely should the next time that we.
Okay.
Because it'll all fall in perfect timing. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, we should. We'll enlighten next time. We'll leave you with
We'll
a
give
little.
we'll give the rundown about what Sarah's actually
been
up to
what I've
for
been
the
planning,
past year.
What I've been planning. Yeah, planning. What I've been
Or
planning.
already done.
Uncut gems. Sorry.
Stop. I fucking hate when people just quote TikTok out of nowhere. I want to
that
punch
was
in the
just
face.
Such a bad
It
one.
really
man.
hits
That
though.
was
I just
such
want
a
to.
bad
Yeah.
one.
It's
God, it's everywhere, and like I get why. I get why. But anyways.
Stop.
We've but that's it. That's all
But
we've
yeah,
been doing.
soon. The next one will be. I mean, the next thing you'll see then
Will be a tight one.
We'll
a
be
big
fucking
announcement.
chilling
We'll be chilling.
and back to work for realsies. Because I know
And
I've
having a
been
house.
I've been going easy on her. We've been laying it low because I just bought a house and then
I'm not gonna lie.
she is in the process of it, and I know how much that fucking.
It's stressful, and not only that, but
I swear these gray hairs are from.
I have visible knots in my back. I'm literally going to get a massage on Saturday. I really am.
I want one.
Yo, you should really do them later in age. They really, truly help.
My friend Terry's a massage therapist, but I'm afraid of like being vulnerable in front of slight friends. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Was that
Those
a
bugs
bug?
are hitting us again. They're really hitting us with those laughs. It was like a bug laugh. It was, like,
It was laughing at us. It was probably a car, realistically, but like.
No, it wasn't. That was not.
Anyway,
no, you should.
till next time.
Till next
We'll
time.
be more.
We'll be more relaxed.
Hopefully,
I'll be unpacked. We'll be telling a whole different story right now.
What if your house has more space, and we podcast at your house? I haven't even seen her house yet. We'll just see. We'll just see.
She hasn't even seen it.
I know. I'm freaking out. I've had dreams about it. I'm like really invested.
That was how it was like with me. I was like, what is this house you speak of? Where?
You shouldn't just bring me to. You're not going back there for any reason, though, are you?
No.
Damn. I should have like came
Sure
on
not.
one of the
We're
inspections
right
or
at the
something.
end. We're right at the end of it. Like we've done all of the things.
You have to send me another link so I can look through it one more time.
Because that's also something I haven't put on like social medias or anything. I won't even hint about. I mean, like I'll hint about like
You
not
don't
paying
know
rent
because you don't
again.
know. You don't know.
But I won't even buy my fridge yet because I'm like,
who knows?
if it gets there before that, then like I'm fucked. Like there's nothing I can do.
You don't. That's
you
a
can't.
lot.
You
I'm
can't
just
change
so
the
glad
balance.
I'm
And
just
honestly,
fucking
we've been.
done. I'm done with it. And
It's kind of been
you're
like
almost done.
I'm
You did
almost
all
done.
the things though. So you're
And
over
honestly,
the
it's
biggest
been a
humps
lot
and
like
you're-
what
you're-
yours
now you
was, where it was like I feel like I've been very blessed through this process with this house specifically that I'm like I can't just ruin it now. I'm so close to the finish line. The appraisal came back and everything, but it was so.
It's good.
No, it was great. It's been a really honestly. We've been so blessed.
So I have this like a thing
So blessed.
that told me that my house has already raised 2% in value since I've moved in, which I was like, this was a month ago.
How do you
But
know
this-
that? Tell me after. Who tells you that? And we'll talk about
my
it.
lender
It's not
gave me
anything
a
fun.
subscription to some thing.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Boring.
The boring house stuff that we're
Boring,
interested
right?
in nowadays.
Honestly, though, if you guys need any security systems or a lender or a realtor referrals in Kansas City,
or any typical questions, we're here now for it. We've seen it all. We absolutely have. So
for real.
Honestly,
yeah.
No, we have.
Like
We've
millennial
done it.
vibes. If you don't know how to buy a house, honestly, hit us up. We'll help because we didn't think we could do it, but we did it.
And you know
So.
what? It's actually easier than you think.
Yeah.
It's easier than you think. I promise. I promise. That's the one thing you take from this. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can absolutely
you can do it.
Put your mind to it.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. All right.
Bye.
You can do it. Last time we ended on something like
hella inspirational.
Yeah.